Hi,
Hola.
welcome to the Collective 3. We are hella late, like hella late,
True.
but
The
we talking
season
about
is over.
fully over and has been over for a while. Like it's been done for a minute. I'm
Yeah.
glad to see that it says 2021 to present.
Mm,
So I assume we're getting a season 2, but we talking about our kind of people.
yes.
Let me look. I'm on the Wikipedia to guarantee that it still says that because I don't want to lie to nobody.
Right.
Yeah, original release September 2020, September 21st, 2021. Oh, girl, it got away from me to present. So we catching up for next season.
Yes. Because I only made it to like half of the third episode, but it's good so far. I like it.
Ain't it good?
It is. It's foolishness, but it's good.
Straight foolishness. But when I started watching, I was like, no, we got to talk about this immediately because you saw that. Of course, you saw the video I sent you last night.
What episode is that?
I think that's episode 9.
Oh yes, I ain't nowhere near there yet. But I just want to tell you, I sent it to my mama today. I was like, I said somebody else gotta watch this with me. And she looked at me,
Why I
she was like,
send it to
oh yeah,
you?
for real. And I said, Ma, look at this. You saw how he like his legs was inside that little ass table.
Yeah.
Ain't no way he dead from that. Like his ass was
Immediately
probably
though.
hurt. Like
Immediately. That's the thing. He
and
was
all this
dead
blood just
instantly.
seeping out. Like what is this? Y'all playing.
He didn't bleed out or nothing. He was just instantly dead.
Dead and blood just everywhere. Like
I
first
can't
of
wait
all,
till we
for
get to
that.
that episode.
Okay, right. I was like, let me.
That's that I was thinking the whole time I was watching it. I need to be reviewing this with my sister.
Yeah.
And then when I got to that episode, I was like, no, we got to talk about it. Let me send this because Erica gonna be like, what the hell?
You know me, I ain't got time. Like, what is this? What are we doing?
So let's start. We're doing 2 episodes or we doing one?
I think we can do because the first episode
It was
well, let's see how it
expedition.
goes. I was gonna say,
Exposition. Not I said it's expedition like a car. It was exposition.
yeah. So let's see. Let's get through the first episode, and if we still got time, then we can continue on with the second.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you know how I feel about crying, and within the first like 10 minutes, Yaya cried like 3, 4 times,
And
and I
that
was
you
over it.
remember when I text you that
Yes,
we
and
were
I'm just
talking about like, is the show good? I was like, it's cute, but all this she cries a lot. And I mean like not just like a single tear going down her face, but it's like, I can't believe my
like the
mama
whole
is
episode,
dead. And it's
just
like,
watery eyes, and it's like, girl, snap out of it.
and I
Damn,
mean,
God.
I'm very much gonna be like that during the passing of my parents. Like,
Of course, but you know me. I'm
yeah.
not me if I don't talk about it. But yeah,
But
when
when I saw her doing all that crying, I was like, Erica is not gonna enjoy this part.
I was,
She's not gonna love it.
I was so annoyed. I was like, oh, girl, okay, we get it. Your mama is gone. I'm so sorry, but my
Like,
God,
what's the daughter's name, child?
Nikki.
Nikki, darling
Mhm.
Nikki, honey. Shit, they was taking her. I mean, listen,
Real quick, because let me tell you how slow I am. So I swear I thought that was her younger sister, and
because they
like,
look close to the same.
right, and I'm just like, because when she first introduced her and said, "This my daughter," I'm like, why you just can't tell them that it's your younger sister? And I'm just thinking like, she done raised her since they mama died. Like, all this. And I'm like, it
Not you,
probably took like
not you made up a whole backstory.
I did. I was like,
Period.
I got my own story. I'm like, oh no, this is really her daughter. And her mama was her mama. Like, okay, got my bad. Got
Because
it.
first of all, they using these 20 some, late 20, mid 20 some year olds to be playing 17-year-olds and they look grown. And 17
Right.
year olds today look grown too. So it's like 17 don't look
I
like
can't tell the difference. Right. I can't tell the difference no more. Like,
right.
oh shit.
But they took Nikki down to the beach and she was so excited to be having her first beach experience. And then here come Angela talking about all of this reminds me of mama.
I'm like, as soon as she turned around, Auntie from Eve's Bayou, I forgot her name. I'm so sorry,
Debbie
Legend.
Morgan, honey.
Thank you.
Sickening.
I'm like, she's sitting there, and I'm just like, I'm like, girl, what's wrong?
She had her hand on her back, honey. Just all of this reminds me of mama.
I'm like, yes, Auntie, you and me thinking. I'm like, you was just fine. What happened?
It reminded her of mama.
Whatever. Never mind.
Oh Lord. Because I thought she was having like a health crisis. Because they were standing in the water, they were splashing each other. And the next thing we know, Angela got her hands on her knees, she panting heavy. I'm like, Lord, she got the cancer. She got something's wrong. And all it was all this reminds me of mama.
Mom. I'm like, girl, everywhere you turn, I'm like, man. The mama might as well be alive as much as y'all show her and we talking about her. Like,
right.
Bring her back.
Knowing this type of show, she probably not even dead. She probably moved to the Dominican Republic. She minded her business.
I'm dead.
But Angela, who is played by Yaya DaCosta, she will literally look at a hair on her head and be like, this particular hair is the one that mama used to brush with such care. And it's like, girl,
what is happening? Like, what is happening?
Everything reminds her of mama.
So where did they move? Like, is this in Atlanta?
No, they moved from Boston to I think it's Cape Cod. It's one of them islands. They have like the rich and fancy people living off on the islands near Boston.
Okay. Excuse me. So what's the first thing? They go to this party. Are they invited to the party or they just go to the party?
I don't know. I'm not like clear.
Yeah.
I think it was like an open, if you a business person, come to this party thing.
Okay.
Because I think that was like the whole point, aside from everything reminded her of mama.
True.
I think the whole point of them going over there was to try to secure a business deal with what is the Franklins? Kirk Franklin girls.
Was it DuPont? Thank you. I'm like, they try to be fancy with they try to be fancy with it.
Yeah, it's just DuPont, honey. It's just DuPont. But yeah, I think the reason they went to that party was like to start introducing themselves. I'm not sure if they got an invite or if it was like open party, but Lance Gross was there, and that's all I know.
Looking fine. What? I forgot her last name. What's Raven's last name?
Raven Goodwin.
Good one.
She looked
that polka dot. She looked good. My eyes were stuck on her.
The thing, because she's fine. The thing about it is, I worry that they cast her as older because she's a dark-skinned, heavy-set Black woman, and that bugs me.
Right.
That really, like, because she's not the same age as Yaya DaCosta.
Oh, and
Yaya is like 38. And Raven Goodwin is like 28. So it's like, why? Every time I see her matched up with somebody, I'm so glad to see her getting all this work. But when I see her matched up with people on these movies and shows, I be like, it's not.
It ain't adding up. The math ain't mathing. What is happening?
It's not.
Oh, excuse me.
But yeah, so they are, good as girlfriends.
I just want to mention this little part because I did not like it. I'm all for hair jewelry, but at first I was confused because when Nikki's at the bar, then the little boy on the side talking about she'll have liquor, some type of liquor, because
I know who that was. What is his name?
I want to say it's Quincy.
Quincy sounds correct.
I think it's something with a Q. I do remember that. But he's just being too cool for school over there. You know, she'll have this. And, oh, is this your party? No, my parties are way more. I'm like, boy, move. But then, what's her name? Lauren. Lauren is her name.
Well, I'm most invested in because.
Yeah. But,
period. You better know me. You better know your sister.
I know that. But because they brothers, Nikki and Quincy are brother and sister. So she just wants pictures. She one of them girls. She gotta have a photo for everything. This hair jewelry in her head is disgusting.
She doesn't do it right. Because
whoever did that to her, it's like maybe if you would have did like, I thought it was white, and I was like, "Who does
I did
white
too
weave?
at first.
What is this?" I said,
was
"No,
like,
I have a problem."
I mean, listen, I don't shade white weave, but the behavior she was giving, being I'm upper class and I'm better than you, and then I'm looking at her thinking she got white weave. I'm like, that don't go together. But it was jewels.
Because I was like, how you trying to be bougie and this the hairstyle you want? And then I had to look, like I stopped and paused. I said, that's jewel. I said, oh, it was still ugly.
But on some straight backs.
Girl. And I was like, the way it's wrapped in the back, who did this?
The devil.
I want to talk to
the devil himself. Because why in God's name would you? I understand we're trying to showcase black hair.
True,
but there's a way to styles. There's a way to do it. Like, okay, I could put a little jewelry on a couple of these little front locks and give y'all a little moment. But what I'll never do, that's not the direction. What I'll never do is give y'all straight backs with some Swarovskis.
True. Let me see if I can show it to the people. Probably not.
You know the struggle.
Always. Wait, come on now. There she go. Do y'all see this?
And it's just like, oh, she got white in her braids. But
it's like, how you talking stuff and you look like this?
I'm not even gonna hold you. Ryan Brown is fine. She been fine since Lincoln Heights.
Is that who that girl is?
Yeah, she was the middle sister on Lincoln Heights.
Oh, okay. Never watched it. That's why I was like, what is this name you throwing?
That was my shit. I love me some Lincoln Heights, child. Anyway.
Never watched it. I can run a little note here that says Lance will never not be fine.
And that's true.
So the way the camera is, I was like, look at this beautiful chocolate man.
I would like to take a bite.
And Auntie said it too. She said, oh, look, I said, yes, Auntie, speak my thoughts. Like,
Auntie is us.
Truly.
Aunt Piggy. That's us.
And when I heard that, I said, look at this. And not my nickname for one of my uncles being Piggy. I said, look, I'm right at home. Right at home.
Well, we own a barbecue restaurant, so everything is Piggy at my house. Anywho, child. So
what's the other girl name? Lauren's girlfriend, Taylor. Taylor is also fine.
My God.
I said when she walked up,
she's 33, so it's like, I'm not robbing the cradle for this one.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm glad to know you just told me that, but I'm like, right, I'm on board because I'm like, come on, baby, Tiana.
So fine. With the little short haircut, honey. And then she wears a beat, but it's it's a stem beat.
Mm-hmm.
And then she got nails. Oof, honey.
Yes.
I'm throwing my panties at her if I see her.
And of course, what's a show without Papa Byron Pope? It's not a show if he's not there.
Honestly. Willie, please.
What the hell are you doing? Yes, sir.
I do.
Oh, I wanted to fight her. So I'm like, girl. But between the two options, I would have took Dwayne too, but you want to write for either one of them, but it's okay.
She should have
go down that road again.
It would have worked out better, honestly.
I'm like, truly.
Anywho.
I could see never mind. RIP to my fave. What did I say?
Papa Pope.
Still reading his child, I see, because just like he got Olivia together. What's this child's name?
Ooh, Leah. She's very pretty to me.
She is beautiful, but she thought she was doing something. He said, girl, I built this shit. You think just because I did it dirtily, that's not a word, but
yes, dirtily. Period.
Like, you know I'm doing some dirty. You like, that's not what this company. Girl, sit down. The only reason why you get to act the way you do is because I made it possible. Do you see my table? I inclined it so I am at the head. You got to look up to me. Hey, but I know I'm jumping ahead, but when he walked in, I would have whooped her ass. I don't care how old you are. She fucked up that man's table and she deserved to get her ass whooped. Like, don't you? and left the shavings on the I was so upset. Like
the way I knew we would be on opposite sides of this coin. Cause I'm fucking with Leah.
I know.
But
Terrible.
it's because I have this same power dynamic in my family. So I understand what it's like to be bashed by your parent, your grandparent, your whoever, just because you exist and they don't want to let go of their power and they don't want you to usurp their power, even though you're supposed to hand down your power. All of this is ghetto. I like father what's his name? Is he not the DuPont?
They're the Franklins.
Yes, he is.
DuPont is Morris Chestnut and his mama. Well, her aggravating that. She ain't even been in here long, but the few lines that she had, I said, I can tell I'm not gonna like your ass already.
You are going to be so sick of her. And I also
even the way, I think this is episode 2, but when they was arguing out in front of it after the fashion show, like how they were standing there just putting all her business out and she just standing on the side just smirk. I said, oh, I just want to punch you in the face.
Yeah.
And just so annoying. I hate it.
I want to snatch her wig. Because first of all, the density is too high on that wig and you look crazy. Like the lace looks good. The lace impeccable. The density of the wig makes it look like a wig and you look a mess.
Man. I said, when they first got off the plane and she came in the camera, I said, oh, here we go. You and your wig got to go already. I thought I was going to have to do this by myself. Like, girl, shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you. Like, I get annoyed quickly. I can't.
Listen, she's one to be annoyed at because she's aggravating.
Right. So, what was the thing? What is the little society called?
The Gracities.
Thank you. Yeah, so Yaya is, let me not do that. Angela is working to get into this organization and they're having mother-daughter fashion show?
I don't know, child. I wasn't paying enough attention right there. I think it might have. Well, no, because I didn't see any young people. Well, not saying that the folks in it were old, but I didn't see any like teenagers or younger people that walked in the fashion show. So I don't know. But
I thought that's what she said, but I wasn't completely sure. I'm like, I know it was a fashion show, but I didn't know the purpose of the fashion show. And of course, like while they in the meeting, before we even get to the fashion show, she's like, I need somebody to, style and Angela. Sorry, I'm a flip flop. She's like, oh, that's me, right at my ass. You can do something. It's like, see, you got that hater spirit all on you, Leah, and it's not cute. Like, this girl is good at it.
She does now. I can't wait for you to get further in the season. Because you're going to be so pissed.
See?
I can't wait. I'm excited. I cannot wait. But she did like
me go off, and I can't.
I do. I love when you get mad, Daddy.
Go away.
No, but the reason she stood up, because I don't think we explained that Angela is a hair care. What do you call it? She runs a hair care line. And she styles hair. I didn't hear nobody say she went to cosmetology school, but she be in there doing hair. So congratulations to her.
I'm pretty sure she did follow in her mama's footsteps. Because what, she got a degree from, or at least she went to Howard because she got loans that she got to pay back from Howard.
But she did not. I don't know if you got that far in it, but there's a moment. Yeah, you definitely didn't get that far. She did not graduate.
She didn't. No, because I was going to say, I want to say this is episode 2, where Leah like walks into the house with the check, or like before she writes the check, like, I know you got this, that, and these student loans from Howard, and I just assumed that she graduated. That's as far as I got.
Yeah. Well, you gonna find out.
So, but the looks in the fashion show are everything, because whoever she picked to do the styling and all that left her high and dry. So Angela came through.
Angela. It's gotta be like, Angela.
She came through and saved the day. Even hooked her up with a well, that wig wasn't the best, but still she got her together.
You know.
I was like, out of all the looks, the braids and how everything, I was like, this. I don't know. I
It
feel like you
was
kind of hated back in because Nikki's. I was in love
she don't never
with the
have Nikki looking
dress.
wrong.
Right. I said with that dress. I said, how old is it? Like,
Right. Can I look after you a little bit?
like,
Just a
girl, you
little.
are fine.
She is so her
Oh.
lips.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki's lips are so beautiful. I wish I had big lips, honey.
I say that all the time because I be, I do my lips like a white person. I'm like, girl, they already small. You need to push them out as much as you can. Like, But so even before we get to the fashion show, we skipped over the yacht party. So I'm gonna call them the younger kids, are having a party on the yacht, and Lauren is arguing with Taylor, and Nikki hears Lauren yelling out, "Taylor, Taylor!" And when
And
she
I
wants
was
to,
concerned because Taylor was fine. I was like, girl, what the happened to my studs been?
we almost had a Titanic moment because Taylor was over in the water, child, and they had to fish her out.
The way if I ever fall off of a boat, could you please call Celine Dion immediately?
And I had to say, I'm like, why? But yes.
Please. As I'm drowning, call her. Because we need her to sing at the funeral.
That's great. Yes.
I'm dead serious.
You were made for this moment, Celine. Come on. Do her this one favor. Do her this one favor.
Period.
But so let me rewind a little bit more. As soon as Nikki gets there, Taylor gives her a hug, and we see her slip something into her purse. And I'm like,
what is
I thought they was trying to set her up, and I'm like, already.
And I still honestly, I'm on episode. I finished episode 9 like 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
I gave myself a break, so I wouldn't get too far ahead of what we got going on.
Right.
But I'm still not convinced that there's some shit going on, because if you remember, there was one scene where it was a super super quick scene, but you see the Franklin-Dupont family, like a picture of them, and then you see Taylor.
She wrote lies.
Right, lies on the picture. And I'm like, we haven't dealt with that yet.
Right.
So,
because I'm like, but that goes back to whatever the argument is that they had to been having for her to fall over. Because I feel like she probably wrote lies, and Lauren called her like, "What the hell you doing to my family photo?" It's like, and all I can think is the fact that Lauren is gay, and
we thank God for it.
True, but it's the way she was looking at Taylor, and like when Nikki's eyes was going back and forth, she had to make sure she wasn't looking at her, girl. Like, you can look at my brother, but don't look at my woman. Like, watch where your eyes going, girl.
Which is why I don't understand the coming out angle they tried to play.
Right. And I was like, as somebody that is a part of the alphabet, although I hate that nickname term, we don't need it in every show, like as a part of this big moment that y'all are trying to create with us. Like, we don't need it.
Like, girl, she just gay. Like, okay. Because we looked at her and knew she was gay. If you see me hanging out with a bitch look like Taylor, that bitch eating me out. Period. I'm sorry.
And it's like, true. I'm like, I get what you're saying, but also it's like, we know our people. We don't need you to make this grand gesture. We know our people. We can clock it. We don't need y'all like that.
Period. Which is why I waited 10 years to tell my mama, honey, I'm fruity. Because it's like, girl, I really don't, you don't have to know. It's not your business.
At all. Like,
it ain't got nothing to do with you.
Oh, back to what I was saying. So we are back to the fashion show. So it seems as if they were possibly having a moment, if I recall, but then here come hating ass grandma, like, you need to take care of this or I will or whatever.
Mama live.
Child. But it's a picture.
Your face. I
Irritates
love to
my
see
soul.
it. I love to see this.
So what? So it's a picture of what's her name? Eve. She was arrested. And she's like, because Yaya lied and said that her mama summered there.
I mean, she
However,
did,
she was a maid, and in their circle, that's the lowest you could be.
which is crazy.
And so, that's what I said. Like, man, hard work ain't never hurt nobody. Y'all fucking crazy. Like, but
It has hurt one or two people.
you know what I mean. You know what I meant.
But honestly, you should respect your maid more than you respect your cousins and your homegirls, because she's actually doing something for money and you are sitting there experiencing money because your mom and them had it.
All right. And she's taking care of you. Like, y'all really need to respect the people
She
that is
washing
bringing
your
shit to
old
you.
shitty drawers. And you act like you can't tell her she's doing well, at least. Give her a little raise around Christmas time. You know she got churn.
So Yaya doesn't know this. So she's like, this is a lie. This never happened. And so we are exposed to the fact that this whole thing of them coming to this island, she is trying to get her business off the ground and get more exposure, but Papa Byron Pope is actually her daddy, and she knows this, and they know they piece some stuff together, and they know who she is as well, and they're trying to keep it all under wraps so it doesn't get out to everybody else.
Right. And the way I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, because that same terrible wig that she put on her, she came to her house and asked for it back, just so she could take the one little piece of hair out and get a DNA test to prove that they are in fact siblings. Now, what were you going to say?
The way that they revealed piece by piece the Papa Pope being her daddy situation with the little girl standing outside crying. I was like, so she been crying her whole life.
And
and I have too, so I can't be mad at her.
So, because and it's gonna sound shady either way I say it, because I've never had to deal with this. So this whole aspect of meeting her daddy because she never met him, and it's like when he showed the mama got her already, like, you finally gonna meet your daddy, we finna be together as a family. It's all gravy.
That's not something I would ever tell my child. If we happen to end up being a family, that's cute. But I'm not finna say you meet your daddy for the first time and we family now.
Like, I'm gonna do your hair, like this is a big event. And this nigga shows up with an envelope of money, like, actually take this. Y'all be cool. And I'm gonna go back, with my basically real family. And she like he done left out the door. And I shouldn't laugh at kids because this really happens. But it's the way she ran out the door after him, trying to chase. And I'm just like, please, spare me this. And I'm like, first of all, why? But I know she's a child, but it's just like this. You don't know this man from Adam, just calling him daddy out the blue. Like, no.
Very bad.
As a parent, I would have nipped that in the bud. It's just like, you don't know him. For your heart to be broken like this.
Listen, now I've been in a similar place. Your heart do be broken. It just do. Like,
that's why I say I'm speaking from outside the club. Right. That's why I say it's gonna sound shady either way.
And it's cute, and I see you out there, and I'm waving at you from inside the club. But I understand my girl.
Right. That's why I'm just like, I ain't gonna speak too much on it, but I'm just looking at it like, what is this? But
it's emotions, friend. I know you have a hard time recognizing and feeling them, but
it seemed like a waste of time. I'm sorry. It's just, what is this?
Everything is a waste of time, honestly.
That's true. So why did it? But anywho, so this nigga watch fell off, this half of a watch. And I'm just like, first of all, what happened to the other part? Like, why did the watch fall off in the rain? I just have questions. Like, y'all do shit that really makes no sense. But anyway,
We gotta push this story forward. We gotta come up with something.
Just bullshit, I guess. Like, this
Period.
half a watch just happens to be his, just happens to fall in the rain. But anyway, first of all, for it to be rain, what type of black people y'all know? Because the way that rain was pouring down and both of them just standing outside, like, I get it's a dramatic moment. But that fro that was back, ain't no way I'm just standing outside in the rain like that at the car door. And she just standing outside. And first of all, mama, why are you inside just watching your child stand in the rain and not get her? First of all, when she ran out the apartment door, I'm like, so you just, because she did not even try to chase her. She just looked at the door. I'm like, go get your child. Like, what are you
doing? She was letting the baby feel her emotions, and I understand.
No, you gonna feel them inside this house though.
Also, she was distraught as well because she thought her man had done come home, but he did not.
Anyway, so when she finally make it outside, there's another little girl in the back seat.
Yes.
Just looking. And I'm like, for him to be standing outside as long as he was, and then he finally get in the car, Daddy, who's that girl? Don't worry about, like,
no one you should be concerned about, Leah. Like, nigga, this a little girl outside crying. I'm gonna be worried.
Like, what is happening?
Did you make her cry? Should I be worried? Am I gonna cry next?
Right, like, I don't trust you. And
like, why would he bring her? Whatever.
I said, but I'm like, well, no, because it was a book I read. Like, let me skirt to the side real quick. It was a book that I read about a little girl. Like, she heard her mama arguing on the phone with a woman, like, you know, he married, whatever. She sees her mama like rush to the car. She hops in the trunk with her little badass being nosy. So she, like, of course, she riding with her mama because she in the trunk. But they get to the destination and the mama get out, like, bang on the door. She arguing with a woman, and it's a little girl standing behind her at the door. So her mama pulls out a gun and shoots the lady, then shoots herself. So both of the little girls are just standing there looking at each other, not knowing that they're sisters at that time. So I'm like, when I was watching the show, I'm pointing at my TV, I'm sorry. But when I was watching the show, it made, like, my mind automatically went back to that, because I'm like, you have two little kids caught in a situation that they know nothing about. And they're just forced into this dynamic of finding out about each other and growing up to really hate each other. Because I feel like Leah, she remembers. Because at some point she says, I remember going to an apartment with a girl like 2 years younger than me. So it's just like she probably forced it. What's the word?
Repressed.
Thank you.
You got me shook over here. I'm sorry. I am shook with that story, honey. What?
That book. And for me even bringing it up, and I really didn't like the book was awful. Because it was about a BBW, like, supposedly finding love. But you know how they do us big girls in stories. So it was terrible. But that was one dynamic of the story of her sister growing up to hate her and picking on her all her life about her being big, whatever. But anyway, back to this story, honey. So,
because both of these sisters are skinny, so we ain't got to worry about it.
What happened after that?
Let's go back to the boat for just a quick second.
Yes. Okay.
Because Lauren is hollering, Taylor, and Taylor is not hollering back. She's not. And Nikki comes out of wherever she was and sees Lauren crying off the side of this boat.
Yes.
Talking about, I don't know what happened. We were drinking. We had an argument. And Lord, she done went into the water.
Right. And so then the police are called.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm stepping on your toes.
No, go ahead. You right.
So the police are called. And then when they get there, of course, the Franklin, the FD, is like, my daughter didn't have anything to do with this. You know, there's no way. And then, like, Nikki tried, Lauren, Lord.
All right.
Like, bro, Nikki was like, I was nowhere near y'all. Like, girl, don't try to blame this on me.
I came out after the fact.
Thank you. Like, girl. And then, like, Leah called herself walking. Angela said, you might want to think twice before walking up on my child. Back it on up.
Think twice, thrice,
Right. I'm like,
11th.
no.
11th. Because if you walking up on my child,
I was
you want to fight, I want to tussle.
I'm telling you, like, girl, get your mind right. Because what did you do?
Because what was you finna do when you got up in her face? What's tea?
And I was like, I can't stand people who throw their name around, because that was the first thing she did. She's like, my daughter's name is Nikki Franklin something. She ain't going nowhere. And Angela was like, my daughter ain't going nowhere either. So what we about to do? Because y'all not arresting my child either. So
period. My son is a Cartwright. You knew I wasn't gonna let that go. I had to do it.
And that's why she got slapped behind that counter playing with people like that.
Period.
Too much. Like, girl, what are you talking about?
So Taylor ends up in a coma. She sleeps.
Lauren is going through it, child. Because after, like, even during the fashion show, like when they make it to the end, like that shit is replaying in her mind, and you can see it on her face. And then when it's over, she in the back, like she's having a mental breakdown out in the open. Like Nikki, and this is my thing: do not touch people. Like, do not touch people, because it was just that one little scene where she walks up to her and like touch her, and Lauren is like, don't touch me. And then like they go over to the table, and she pulls out Taylor's phone, like, she put this in my purse. And then she tries to touch her arms again. And Lauren is like, do not touch me. You can say whatever you need to say without your hands on my body. But Lauren knows something happened, because that baby was going through it. She didn't go visit her baby in the hospital. She was going through it.
Everybody was visiting her in the hospital. And I'm like, how did Taylor and Nikki, y'all just met? How y'all get so close?
Because this is the part, now, I put this in the group chat. Because when Leah just walked her ass up in Yaya's house, and I'm just like,
with Lauren right behind her, like,
well, I said, y'all, this ain't realistic for me. Because how you just walk up in somebody's house and just walking around looking like talking your little shit, girl, you would have been laid out before you got that second foot in the door, just walking up in my house like this, because I'm not for it.
I mean, it is a business, so it, business hours. They came during business hours.
Mm-hmm. Not the way, because I'm jumping ahead again. Because the next time that heifer knocked. So is it a business or is it not? Because that same door that she just walked in the second time, it was daylight both times.
She learned the boundary.
See, I'm like, rich folks ain't got no manners. I don't give a damn what they tell y'all, how prim and proper they try to act. They ain't got no manners for real.
Oh, that's so triggering for me, honey. I had to take etiquette class. Girl, please rescue me. And don't get me started on cotillion, honey. I was not going to do cotillion.
Oh, child. I know that's right. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. I'm free.
Hale. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So Angela says, Nikki visited Taylor doing all right. And Lauren felt the way. She was like, Nikki, Taylor, like,
to be honest, I would also feel away.
Right? But I'm like, why are you going to see my boo? Like,
that is my
she learned that she had the phone. She's like, what y'all up to? It's like, girl, but you left her for dead though. Do you really get that question?
Until I always like, my man. Bitch, your man left you for dead, ho.
It's funny that your mind always go to that. And
always
go, you left my son for dead, Erica. I'm like, man, Mama D, you deserve an Oscar, girl.
Well, why you leave that lady's son for dead?
Man, that nigga had asthma. He was all right. At his grump. Let me stop that, because my asthma is just like, it has.
I was gonna say, I had a light asthma attack yesterday, so I ain't gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut for God shut it for me.
Next thing you know, I'm gonna be like, God, I was just playing. Like,
it was a joke, boy. It was a joke. You know my heart. Why you doing this to me?
We just can't, man. To this day, my mama got pictures in the basement of me, like, in the hospital. with the little breathing machine. I'm like, Mom, please, don't do that. Like,
I'm finna come look at them. I'm on my way. Let me see
and
these
she will proudly show them. I'm like, lady, please, please.
Love to see it.
But
anyway, Angela, I'm sorry. Angela is looking at these people in her house like, oh, why is you here? And is this the scene where Leah writes a check?
Nope, that's the second time when she actually knocks.
When she not okay. So this scene is the one where Lauren comes out to her mama in her auntie house. And it's
that was the part that got me. Because it was after she she went to see her in the hospital, and it's just like, yeah, girl, she went to go see her, she checks out. And so, Lauren leaves. No, because she said something about you look at her, what, like I love her? Because I do.
I love her because I do. It's like, okay.
Right. And then she just storms out. And it was at this moment.
Slam that lady door. Why you don't come up? I would have went outside and said, bring your ass back over here and close my door gently.
See, it's like they come in when they want to and then leave out. So they ain't got no manners. Hoes is disrespectful.
But to be honest, she had to ambush her mama at that lady house like that.
She just needed an audience.
She did.
I don't know when I stopped knowing how to talk to my daughter. Like
it was so dramatic.
Like, why are you telling her this? Y'all are not cool.
Y'all enemies, literally. Right now, y'all are enemies.
What is happening? Like, what is you talking about?
And what's so crazy?
Working mom syndrome. Like, both of y'all shut up. Shut the fuck up. Like,
it's so funny to me that because nobody has addressed Nikki's, she a little that way as well.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a time for Angela to be like, well, my daughter got a little gay in her too. We could commiserate over this. But instead, she was just like, hate to see it.
Right. Like, girl, that's just you being a working mother. And when you figure it out, let a sister know. Like, girl, no. No. What are y'all talking about?
They are so corny on this show. And I'm not trying to be rude, but Yaya DaCosta's voice makes it seem so much more dramatic than it is. Like the tone of her speaking voice. Though. But that's what she sound like, though.
True. I remember America's Next Top Model.
She always sound like
my girl.
She on a half a verge of being on tears. That sentence did not come together the way I needed it to.
I knew what you meant, though.
You're right, so you're gonna stick beside me.
I knew what you meant, though. But it's like, because yeah, I think we kind of did some of the second episode, but let's just hop right on into it, because there is a part where they finally spread her mama ashes, because she had been holding on to them ashes. She was supposed to have been scattered them ashes.
Like, release your mama.
About
everything.
I know what's best, or I'm doing what's best. It's like, girl, like Auntie said, either you scatter them or I'm gonna scatter them. But you're gonna do what my sister asked you to do.
Yeah. Like, talking about everything remind her of mama, but her mama literally right there. Like, this should remind you of mama. This your mama. Scatter her. Free her.
But I brought that up because speaking of her speaking voice, child, they recited a little bit of Still I Rise.
The way I skipped. The way I immediately skipped.
When they started speaking.
When I heard you may write me down, I was like, hell no. Hell the fuck no.
I said, I can't believe y'all doing this. I got
I don't do spoken word anyway. Fuck spoken word. Spoken word. I don't do it. Unless it's Jill Scott vaguely on an album. But yeah, I don't fuck with spoken word. And then I heard her speaking voice giving us Still I Rise. And I very much was like, I would rather die. I would rather be Mama Eve in this instance. Because hell no.
Truly. So what is it? What is this thing called?
Take your time.
The Black Diamonds? It's like a
Oh
party or
yes,
something like
the
that.
Black Diamond. It sounds like a strip club to me, child.
That's what I thought. I said, what now? What is this event that
It
y'all
sound,
putting
you know, the
together?
rich
But
folks love to have a sex club.
that too.
I was like, Lord, not the Black Diamonds, honey. They finna get into the BDSMs and
What
things.
was it? I'm like, man, y'all swear y'all so class. This so basic Black Diamonds. Get out of here. Oh, but at this, what happens at this party?
I don't know,
She
child.
talks to I'm trying to think, like she talks to Morse Chestnut because she's like
Oh,
trying to get an
also,
interview.
I would
That
like to lick that man's chest.
the velvets. I want to talk about the velvet suit.
I would love to.
That ma-
He
First of all, burgundy against black skin, like,
top tier always.
but then it's velvet. I said,
I've always said when I get wealthy enough, I'm going to have a closet filled with just velvet. It's going to be the velvet closet.
mm, and
Period.
I would love to see it because he looks so good. Like I couldn't get past. I said, this man is gorgeous
He is
in
gorgeous.
this suit. He's gorgeous alone, but the suit is just something like this combination. Like, woo, Halle.
He's been gorgeous the whole time, and I love that for him.
Truly. Mm. Has he been bald his whole life?
No, he had a little hair back in the day when he was doing Boys in the Hood and the Ernest Green story.
Lord have mercy. Not right on my shirt, and I asked the
Right
question, Jesus.
in your on your titties right now. This is right there.
Shame on me.
But I'm stick
Shame
beside you. I'm right here with you.
And it's like as soon as I ask the question, I'm like, girl, you literally wow.
I'm sorry
But
that
you know,
happened.
it's funny though. Right. But he don't look right with hair. Now that he been
Him
bald
with
for so
hair.
long, it's like he been bald for so long. It's just like you go back and look, it's like
I
you should
think
have
he's
been
still
bald right
fine.
then too.
Not him
I
being
mean, he
sweaty
fine
and
regardless.
bald. He is. He is.
Regardless.
If ever I get the moment, the chance, I'm licking that man's chest. That's all I want to do.
I hope you get to do
We
it.
ain't even got to fuck. I just want to lick his chest. Right quick, just
Uh, oh, we forgot to mention. Leah called herself kicking Daddy Pope out of his position, saying she gonna take over. And I'm like, it's Papa Pope. Y'all ain't gonna never just kick this man to the side like you
never,
thought you was. But
never.
at the Black Diamonds party, that was the announcement that was being made. Like, he's stepping down and his wonderful daughter is gonna take over.
And she on the cover of Forbes, and this is her first Forbes cover because she now the richest bitch in richdom.
That man got on that stage and said there was a misunderstanding. I'm not going no motherfucker. Right.
I'm here.
My daughter's still great. She's still next in line, but she's not
Second in command.
I said, man, I don't even know why you tried to play with your daddy like
You
that.
knew your daddy wasn't going down like that. You knew that.
But she told him the day she fucked up his table, because I'm not gonna let it go. The day she messed up his table, she got her little envelope like, I got all your dirty deeds right here, so I can expose you if I want to, but I'm taking over. And that man, like after he told the people there was a misunderstanding, pull her off the stage and said, if you expose me, you expose your husband and he's gonna lose his company too. So what you want to do?
Which is crazy to
Have
me
a
because
nice
he
day.
about to lose his company anyway.
Regardless. Because like you still old man. Y'all thought y'all was being slick and
Oh, the ghetto. The ghetto. At some point, child, Masego is there.
As soon as he was an entertainment, and as soon as he starts, I said, I love him.
I do.
Voice like butter. He can play all the instruments. I said, yes. I'm not gonna say that you're Prince, but an artist who can do all of the things.
Yeah,
don't. And I applaud you for that.
Don't say he.
Well, I'm not saying no. I wasn't. I said I'm not.
Don't you do it?
I would never disrespect. I would not disrespect the legend like that.
But yeah, so at some point, Taylor done woke up from her coma.
Yes.
And I'm like, dang, why she was in a coma like that?
Right. I'm like, she failed. They got her out. Oh
I mean,
yeah,
I
and
guess she might have been under the water for too long or something, but
too. But the way she was hollering, I feel like people would have came and immediately got her out.
yeah, I mean, one of them little the circle life thing, lifesaver. Just throw it in there, let her catch it.
Okay. Okay.
Trying to help.
Truly. But with that being said, with her waking up, she accuses Lauren of pushing her in. So at that Black Diamonds event, Lauren is arrested and taken away.
In that cute little blush pink dress.
I said, she ain't messed with the outfit yet.
Not yet.
They just did her hair wrong with that pink dress. Because even that dress, like her, everything else was beautiful. It was just that jewelry in her hair. She was fine.
Yeah.
And I think that's the end of the second episode. Because what I was about to say goes into the third. So we'll save that for next week.
Indeed.
I like this show. I'm gonna get into it. I like this.
I knew you were gonna, when I saw it, I was like, this is Erica all day. She needs to be here.
You know what it reminds me of a little bit? Ambitions.
Not girl, the way I went immediately after I watched the first like 5 episodes, I was like, I need me a little Ambitions palette cleanser that's not gonna cleanse my palette because it's the same. Ambitions is not on streaming anywhere.
I was just gonna ask you, I'm like, where can I watch it? But
it was on Hulu, but now it's not on Hulu, it's not on Netflix. I think it might have been on Hulu and Netflix. It's not on OWN. It ain't nowhere. And I was like, how damn dare you? You already canceled the show. It was good and you canceled it. And now I can't look at it. Ghetto.
Oh, you ought to be ashamed.
She ought to be.
That show was good. What was it? That show was good.
It was good. It was better than Why Did I Get Lost in the Middle of the Ocean and Criminy and Love.
Not that random love.
I don't remember the name of them shows, but one of them got love in it. I know it do. They are bad. And for you to keep them shows running, but we can't watch Ambitions with the Robin Givens and Wide Neck Brian. Wide Neck Brian.
Don't do Brian.
I mean,
listen, but y'all killed the daddy, and the dad. I don't understand. Why did the daddy have to die?
For drama.
He got all dolled up in his suit and was laid out in that parking lot. Head, I mean, not head, but the hat was awesome.
It's the way you grieving about it. It's got me down.
Well, he was shot like 4 times or something like that.
He was shot more times than he was allowed to live.
True. But what was the daughter name?
Croissant. I don't know. It was something. Shaylonda.
It started with an R. I know that much. Because she got on my damn. Now you want to talk about somebody getting on my. Why?
What was Ronzetta? Ronzell? Rondell.
Her ass was enough. First of all, was that Raymond who came in there like that, fake smoking the blunt that was gonna take over the restaurant? Was that not her?
I don't recall. And I can't go back and watch it, Oprah.
Now, let's wrap this up and I'll talk to you all. Bye folks. Peace.
I would like to leave with this little tidbit.
Yes.
You may write me down in history. You better twisted line.
Look, I knew it. I was like, this is her.
You knew it was gonna be bullshit. No, but I legit skipped that because it was terrible. Anyway, we'll be back, child, for another piece.
With them looking like India Ivory with their voyage to India.
Like, everybody is on a voyage to India. Summer Walker on her voyage. Yaya DaCosta them on their voyage, child. They be trying to give you like fake spirituality. I can't wait to.
I'm not going.
There's a moment with a man from her past. And it's gonna be so fake deep. And I can't wait for you to see it.
She be fake deep with Lance. What's that man name? Tariq in the show.
Tariq, honey.
Yeah.
My husband.
fake deep now. Because when she
Oh, it's gonna get
dismissed his
worse.
ass at that party, and then I'm so sorry, we're supposed to be in,
We are.
but like she
Take
come
your
over
time.
to his house while he in the pool, and she's like, I'm so sorry for dismissing you like that. I just had a lot going on. And he like, that's all you got to say about, like, nigga, I owe you no explanation. Like, what is you talking about? And then he like take her dress off, get her in the pool, and they just having this. I'm like, can
And then
y'all not?
she just
I said, girl, you messing up that beautiful wash and go like that. What is you doing?
but they claim she allowed.
Child, whatever. Y'all have a beautiful night. Good
Yes.
goodbye. We gone for real this time, peace.